Conor, what does it mean to be an Avon Eagle?
It means to play for your fans, show up for people, and do the right things.
You guys show up at 5 a.m. to lift. You do dirty dozens, 2-a-days, all these crazy things you guys do. What motivates you to show up every day?
Just getting another chance to see my friends and get better as a team.
How much of those things molded you into who you are and prepared you for the future?
I think all of it, everything.
How's it prepared you?
Everything they teach you here, from hit, hustle, know your assignment, and care about your teammates, it all kind of clicks in, and it's just, you can use it. The lessons you learn from football, you can apply to life. You know how to treat people, you know how to treat them with class, treat them with respect. You never want to be arrogant to people. That's what they teach you on the field. You don't want to, have bad class and show it. You never want to talk down to your opponent. You want to treat them with class and be nice to people.
Who's your favorite coach?
My favorite would probably have to be Cicchetti, just because of what I think he's done for the program and because of his personality. He can be a funny guy sometimes, but he also knows when to, flip the switch and be a coach. But you can sit down and have a talk with him too.
Excited for your senior year, right?
Yeah.
How excited?
I'm pretty excited, but at the same time, I don't want it to end. It kind of feels like it went too fast. I'm excited that we all get another year to play together, and hopefully we can go to states and play Hoban again.
You have a little setback, right? How has that changed your thought process or your motivation day by day?
It definitely hasn't changed my motivation. I still feel like I'm going to have to go in and put in work, but as of now, I'm going to have to step up and be more of a leader to people and start coaching.
You willing to accept that role? You like it, or just for the time being?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's going to be hard to get used to, not being able to go out there and play, but it's something I'm going to have to do.
What superhero would you be?
The Flash, just because he's a quick guy, he's smart, he's also very kooky, very funny.
What flavor ice cream would you be?
Mint chocolate chip.
Why?
Because I don't like to be boring and just go with vanilla or chocolate. I got to have something in there, and I think mint chocolate chip is something that I can have a good time with. It's a good flavor, I think. I don't know.
I agree. If you were pizza, what toppings would you be?
Sausage, mushroom, and green peppers.
Conor Jones, worker. He's a quiet kid. Works his butt off, right? Maximizes his ability. He plays offensive line. He stepped in last year at left tackle when we had some injuries, and we rode him, and he played really well. And he's not some kid that's going to say, like, hey, me. Like, people I don't even know Conor Jones started the left tackle for us for 4 games last year, 5 in the playoffs, and he played really well because he doesn't bring any attention to him and he doesn't want to. And I appreciate that, because that kind of is the O-line mentality. It's just, we're going to do our job, and after the game, we're going to watch the film, we're going to tell the truth, and we're going to get better every week, and that's just Conor Jones. So I appreciate that.
He's had a tough senior year. He's been on the shelf, but now he is stretch run, and he's getting in there.
That's really tough. Yeah, I feel for him. Like, you only get so many years in your life to play football. It's a great game, and we all love it, obviously. And the next best thing to playing is coaching. But yeah, senior year, he gets hurt first scrimmage, and he hasn't been back since last week. And I just want him to enjoy it, because, I know we want him to play, and I want him to play really well, and I want to win, obviously. But I want him most of all to enjoy it, because I don't think he has college football aspirations. I haven't talked to him about that, but again, this is a great game, so I want him to really just enjoy every practice, enjoy every game, and be the best version of himself on Friday Night Lights.
Conor Jones is a tremendous player for us, and unfortunately suffered an injury against Massillon. He started last year, was one of only 3 returning starters on offense, and a guy that we were counting on a great deal, and unfortunately had an injury that set him back and had him miss the first 8 weeks of the season. He's now back, and we're very excited about that because he performs at a very high level. But I think the real story is when he was injured, how he handled that disappointment and how he showed up every day, even as a player who was injured, and was, encouraging to his teammates. He was somebody who paid attention, stayed dialed in and focused for when he could return, so that there wasn't a letdown in terms of his performance in being mentally prepared. He's a great player for us, doesn't say much, he's a man of few words, but boy, when he goes out and plays, he plays with a high level of energy and effort.
Over the years, that's something I've noticed with this program. Players that are getting significant playing time get hurt. They don't just leave and say, okay, I'm done. They stay, and they almost become like an assistant coach for your program. What does that say about how the program has treated them and how they treat it back?
Well, that's what you want, right? I always say that the foundation of our program is relationships. And so it'd be very discouraging and disappointing, I think, to everyone if a kid wasn't able to play anymore and he just disappeared completely. Now, we do understand if something requires rehab and you've had a surgery and now you have to start going to physical therapy, that's going to take priority. But having those kids there on a Friday night still supporting their teammates, showing up at practice when they can, means a lot, because that's culture and it's all about relationships, and Conor Jones values those relationships.
When he got cleared, did you see the light go on and how happy he was?
Yeah, I mean, he's obviously patiently waited, and when he got cleared, I don't know if he was more happy or I was, because like I said, he's a pretty talented young man on both sides of the ball. And so what that did for us as a team is it just added depth. We had to survive without him for 8 weeks, and getting him back now has just made us that much better as a team.
Kids don't want to ever get injured, but especially missing their senior year. How happy you think he is just to get back on the field?
He's very happy. You could see it in the smile that he brings to practice now every day. And I'm sure he's also excited that we have high aspirations into the playoffs, because, most kids miss 8 weeks of their senior season. Now they get to play 2 games. In Avon, we're hoping that he gets another 6 after that and he can play 8 total games. This thing could go as far as 16. And wouldn't that be cool to say he got to play half of his senior year because he got those last 8?